In 2025, the global defense community faces one name, a name that makes Western military planners pause. Avangard, not just a weapon, not just technology, but a living symbol that Russia still holds the key to shake the balance of global power. This name dominates discussions in NATO briefing rooms, in the Pentagon, in Europe's defense headquarters, and every time it's spoken, silence follows. Because Avangard is a warning that the era when the West felt safe behind its missile shields is over. Avangard is a hypersonic glide vehicle, a weapon of the future designed to ride atop intercontinental ballistic missiles, reaching speeds of over Mach 27, even pushing close to Mach 30. Think about that, nearly 10 kilometers every single second. But speed alone is not its deadliest trait. Avangard can make sharp maneuvers in its terminal phase, shifting trajectory mid-flight, rendering it virtually impossible for enemy radars to track or intercept. Modern missile defenses, Aegis, THAAD, even ground-based mid-course defense, all become meaningless. They were never built to confront something this fast and this unpredictable. Since it entered service in 2019, Avangard has stood as the spearhead of Russia's nuclear arsenal. It's currently deployed on the UR-100NUTTKC and soon will ride the RS-28 Sarmat, an intercontinental giant, capable of carrying multiple warheads to any target on Earth with unstoppable precision. May 2025. The world was stunned. Thousands of files, maps, and schematics of Avangard facilities surfaced. Not just vague leaks, but details. Once only guessed at through satellite imagery. Underground silos, launch systems, hardened infrastructure layouts. But was this really a leak? Or was it a deliberate message? Many analysts believe this was no accident. Russia chose to reveal just enough to send a signal. We are ready, our facilities are modern, and you have no way to stop us. It wasn't merely posturing, it was a test, a way to watch how Western intelligence would react, a way to gauge priorities and to see where their eyes would focus. And inside Russia, this leak became a rallying cry, a demonstration of national pride, proof to its people that their nation's technology had outpaced the West. This is the modern face of active measures, a Cold War tactic reborn in the hypersonic era to control not just weapons, but perceptions. Avangard is no prototype. Since 2018, it's been in full-scale production, a top priority in Moscow's nuclear modernization program. By mid-2025, 12 Avangard units stand on alert in Russia's 13th Missile Division, Orenburg Oblast. And that's just the beginning. The future lies in full integration with the RS-28 Sarmat. Picture this, a colossal ICBM launching a hypersonic glide vehicle, immune to interception from fortified silos, built to withstand even a first strike. This scenario sends a single, undeniable message. Avangard guarantees that any attack on Russia will meet with total and unstoppable retaliation. What's remarkable is that Avangard has never been used in combat, and yet it reshapes strategy across every NATO command room. Avangard is Russia's trump card, a weapon not designed for daily use, but to ensure that no adversary dares to start a full-scale war. In Russian doctrine, Avangard is the ultimate deterrent. Its speed, its agility ensure that any retaliatory strike will penetrate defenses. Guaranteed, as long as Avangard exists, any plan to strike Russia carries one chilling certainty: the response will come, and it cannot be stopped. For the United States and NATO, Avangard is a nightmare made real. Its sheer speed erases reaction time. Early warning becomes almost meaningless. Its unpredictable flight path makes interception impossible. Billions, even trillions, invested in missile defense systems collapse in relevance before this weapon. And then there's the psychological toll. In a crisis, no one can be sure if an Avangard launch signals a limited strike or the opening salvo of full-scale nuclear war. This uncertainty crushes confidence, and when you know that your adversary holds a weapon always ready, buried in hardened silos, your belief in a preemptive strike evaporates. Avangard is a statement, a declaration that Russia remains a nuclear superpower, a warning that Western missile shields mean nothing, a promise that any attempt to weaken Russia will be met with overwhelming force, and a defiance that Russia cannot and will not be intimidated. Avangard is not just technology, it's politics. It's diplomacy through fear. It's the symbol of Russia's military resurgence after the collapse of the Soviet Union. "2025 proves one undeniable truth. Avangard is the future of strategic warfare. It is a weapon that doesn't just destroy cities, it destroys confidence. As long as no defense exists capable of stopping it, Avangard will remain Russia's ultimate card, a permanent reminder that in the global power game, Moscow still holds one of the most decisive keys: the ability to strike back at any moment and never be stopped. And this is where we leave you with a thought. Avangard is more than a missile. It's a message, a challenge, and a wake-up call to a world standing on the edge of a new arms race. What do you think? Is the world entering an era where no defense is enough? Or can a balance still be struck before these weapons define the future? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, consider hitting like, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming deep dives into the most advanced military technologies shaping our world today. And a quick disclaimer: this video is for informational and analytical purposes only. It does not endorse, justify, or promote any form of conflict or violence. All information is based on open-source intelligence, research, and expert analysis as of 2025. This is Avangard, the weapon that forces the world to think again.